Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. I'm your host, Anna Runyon, founder and CEO of Classy Career Girl, one of Forbes' most influential career sites. This is a podcast for a community of women who want to turn their passions into work they love. You'll learn how to become happy, successful, and balanced with class, skill, and style. We believe that you can create your future. So stop delaying your great life. Go put yourself out there. You can have your great life and career right now. Happy Monday. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. Real quick, before we get started with today's podcast, I just put out a reminder on my Instagram to remind you all to map out your time off work right now for 2023, all of it. Because I asked you, yes or no, have you mapped out all of your vacation time for the year? And some of you guys said no. So take out your calendar, map out when you're going to take your time off. Because if you are like me, I know what this is like. You get so busy, you forget to take vacation, you forget to take time off work, you forget to take time for yourself. And so often you feel like you have to plan a vacation in order to block out those times, but you do not have to do that. Go block out time right now for time for you. Even if you just do nothing and watch movies all day, then you take time off work. Your brain needs that. You need that rest to show up for your goals and for your dreams. And so this is definitely something I did before the year started. I went into my Google Calendar and just blocked out all my vacation time. So now it's all in my calendar. So I'm not scheduling things on those days. I don't have vacations planned yet, but I'm going to plan something. I'm going to do something. And if it's just me alone reading a book, hey, that's great. So that's my little tip for you today. So let's dive into today's podcast episode. So we are talking about mistakes that career coaches make. And this topic came to me because I am in the middle. So as I'm recording this, we're about halfway through our current certification cohort. So our career coaches that we're certifying as career coaches are like halfway through their program. And they are like getting so far, they're getting past all of these mistakes that we're talking about today. And so I really wanted to do this podcast episode to share with you guys what I'm seeing in those first 3 months as people go through our certification program, the mistakes that I'm seeing people make, and the light bulbs that are happening in our program. And I want to share that with you too. So if you are a coach or if you are thinking of becoming a coach, I think this episode is going to be really, really helpful for you, because I can guarantee you are probably making one of these mistakes. And by the way, I've made all these mistakes as well too. So no worries, it's okay to make mistakes. And I also wanted to tell you that every Monday, if you sign up at classycareergirl.com/certification on the certification waitlist, every Monday, I'm going to be sending you an email with kind of like behind the scenes strategy and tips that I'm teaching my career coaches in our certification program. So you can kind of see what we're doing inside and you can start to make progress. So we only open twice a year for a short amount of time. So that's why I want to make sure that you're getting value and you're making progress when doors are closed, so that when doors do open, you are more than ready to join us inside of our career coach certification program. It's way beyond just a certification program. Obviously, you are certified to teach all of Classy Career Girls trainings and materials once you are certified, but also we teach you how to grow your business. And my goal is to help you make $10,000 every single month as a career coach, and it's definitely possible and definitely doable. So hopefully you will join us so you get those Monday emails, read them, take action, make progress, and listen in today. So I'm going to share with you the top 10 mistakes that I see career coaches make all the time. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first mistake that I see career coaches making is wanting to help people for free. And trust me, I did this when I first started as well too, because I loved my job. I loved helping people with their career questions and with their resumes and preparing for interviews. And everyone would always come to me asking me these questions, and I loved to do it. And so I felt bad charging for helping people with this, because this is something I would do for free and I love doing this. So there's a couple issues with providing free coaching. The first one is that when you position yourself as free, you position yourself as the cheap option. And that's how people are going to value the results that they get. And so people value what they pay for, right? So I want the best option. Well, I want to pay a little bit more for my coach because I want the best coach there is. And trust me, I've paid a lot for coaching because I want the best. I want the best results. I want the best transformation. I want the best coach. And so when you're coming in as the cheap option, sometimes just by seeing that price, I'm going to decide, that's not for me, because cheap doesn't mean I'm going to get the result that I really want. So if you're depending on who you're marketing to, if you want the people that are going to show up, that are going to take action, that are going to get results, and they're going to commit and they're going to make change in their life, you really want to position yourself to those people who are going to put time into this. And sometimes when you give free things and services and products, that's showing people how much time they should put into it. Not much, right? When they pay attention. One of my mentors, Stu McLaren, says that when they pay attention. So the more that you charge, the more people are going to be more invested in the results and the change that they want in their life. One of my first career coaching clients was my best friend. She was my roommate at the time, and we showed up. I think it was like 8 weeks, an 8-week career coaching program that I designed for her. I created my system, and she didn't do any of the work. And I love her to death. She's my best friend, but I did not charge her, and she did no work. And so that was the only time I did free coaching, because I really realized people need to pay. They need to put something in if they want to get results. So don't be free. We want to provide impact. We want to make a difference in people's lives, and they really need to invest in themselves in order to be able to do that. The second mistake that people make is providing free coaching during these trial sessions. I don't know why people do this, but for some reason, people think that they need to have trial coaching sessions for someone to decide whether that they want to coach with them. This is a mistake. That first call that you do with someone, it's a sales conversation. We are not going around giving coaching for free. We already covered that in the first one. We're not letting them test out your coaching or try your coaching to see if they want to hire you. That is a no-no. What we want to do is something I used to call them strategy sessions. So something people call them discovery calls. People call them, I used to label mine launch your dream career business conversations, so that they get a result at the end of this call, but I'm not coaching them. This is a great opportunity for you to listen to their challenges, to listen to their goals, to listen to their dreams, to repeat what they're saying, to show them that you're in this with them and you know how to get them the result that they want. You can walk them through, your system or your program. If you're one of our certified coaches, you can use our systems and our programs to help people walk them through the result that they want as well in that first 30-minute session. But is not free coaching. You're not coaching them during that session. You're walking them through a proven process and of having that sales conversation. And this is why it's so important to learn from others and to get mentoring and business coaching yourself. And this is what we teach our certified coaches as well, is how to structure that sales conversation. So your client is getting results during that 30-minute phone call. They're actually walking away feeling like that was the best call I've had, even though it was a sales conversation. That is the goal for that call, right? Is that you're not giving them trial coaching, but they're talking to you and they're sharing things and they're setting that goal of where they want to be and they're seeing the challenges that they're facing and they're getting that system of where they need to go next, all while you're also enrolling them into your coaching program. So no free coaching trial sessions. The third mistake comes down to mindset. It's not believing in yourself as a coach. I've seen this, I think, with all of our coaches at some point. There is this lack of confidence that they can help people. And when you're living in that lack of confidence, it's really hard to sell and it's really hard to coach as well. Why would someone hire you if you don't believe in yourself, right? Why would someone hire you if you're not practicing positive coaching to yourself? And so often we think, we're not good enough. We have these negative thoughts, and we really have to work on this, on changing ourselves and coaching ourselves. People want you. They are waiting to work for you. And this is why I do affirmations. It's part of my morning routine. It's part of my evening routine. It's really training my brain to stay positive. I even have affirmations. One just popped up while we are here. I have this affirmation app on my free app on my phone. It's called I Am. And it messages me all throughout the day these positive affirmations. And so I'm always just like trying to just have my brain always be reminded to think positively, because our brains go to the negative. It just happens. The fear, the what if this doesn't work, all of that stuff is completely normal. We just have to catch ourselves and start to switch that negative mindset into a positive. The fourth mistake I see coaches making is not doing one-on-one coaching first so that you can get results and testimonials. Now, I know it is so awesome out there to create a digital product, to create an online course, to create a membership site, to create a group coaching program, to do VIP days, to do events, all these things, to do books and ebooks and guides. And oh my goodness, there's so many things that we could be doing as coaches. There's so many ways to make revenue. Like, it is incredible right now, the opportunities that are available for career coaches and how much money you can make and how many different opportunities and products that you can make yourself as an entrepreneur. So many options. But in this case, it's actually a negative, because the mistake I'm seeing is so many people are jumping into all these things that they're not starting with the most important foundation, which is one-on-one coaching. Now, we will grow into all those other products. Like, come coach with me in our certification program and I will teach you how to do all the other things. I will. But first, we got to start with one-on-one, because we need to learn what our challenges are that our clients are facing, what their frustrations are. We got to learn where they're getting stuck. We got to learn how we can get them to that ultimate result that they want to get to. We need to get those results for them. We need to figure out how to get there easier and faster. We need to get testimonials. All that is so much easier when you're doing the one-on-one coaching. Also, you just need one client. In order to do one-on-one coaching, you just need that first client. It's a lot easier for yourself to set up. You need no one else on your team. You do not need a VA. You do not need a bookkeeper, accountant, a lawyer. You don't need any of those things. You just need one person to coach with, to pay you, and to meet them through Zoom, Google Meet, the phone, in person. You don't need any fancy equipment. You can accept payment on PayPal. You just need that one person. And when you go past that and you go into, I want to do a mastermind, I want to do a membership, I want to create an online course, when you skip one-on-one and you go into those other things, it's a lot more technical. It's a lot harder to get all set up. There's just a lot more hoops to jump in as far as tech goes, and the support and the help that you need maybe from other people when you create a membership or a mastermind or all those other things. And so I always recommend starting with one-on-one coaching first, getting that cash flowing in, figuring out how many client spots you want to have. So if this is your side hustle and you have a day job, how many spots do you have? Do you have 4 spots? Do you have 5 spots? Let's start filling up the spots that you do have. And then that way we can start to cash flow. We start to get that income coming in. You can listen to my other podcasts I've done on how to create 6 figures, bringing in that income, right? That is the goal for that year, is start to bring in that income. And then we can expand. We're automating leads and sales. We can expand into other products and services as well. The 5th mistake is not helping one person every day. So this is what I always say to my coaches. Like, we want to think more of our clients than of ourselves. And sometimes we get so stuck in our mindset and what we need to do, and no one's signing up. We're focusing on ourselves when we're saying that. And instead, we have to think of our clients, that those clients are out there. Like, remember where they're at. Remember those problems and challenges that they're facing. They are so stuck. They need you so badly. I can think back to that woman I used to be in that cubicle and just so stuck in her day job. Like, I got to help her. I got to get out there. I got to help her. And that's why I say helping one person every day, because it takes that focus off yourself. You start to hear a thank you. You start to feel like you are impacting other people. I used to try, before I went to work, I used to try and create a video or a blog post, or at least just like a social media post, just so I could check that box of I helped one person today. And then that's kind of like this domino effect. If you just start helping one person every day, by the end of the year, you've helped a lot of people. Even by the end of this week, if you did this for 7 days straight, you've helped 7 people. And a lot of times we wait, we don't take action. And instead, I don't care if they're paying you. I just want you to go out there and help one person, whether it's like providing, helping someone maybe they're job searching or they're trying to transition their career, help them. Maybe it's providing a free content, clicking on IG Live or Facebook Live and starting to answer a question someone asked you. It's just always helping. It's putting up an Instagram post answering a question, or talking to a challenge or your frustration that people have. Helping one person every day. And I always have this like barometer, like, did I hear thanks today? Did I do something today where I heard thanks? And for me, recording this podcast is one. I know that this is going to help someone, even if it's one person. And so that's why I always say just help one person every day, because we're so often focused on like, oh, I need 1,000 followers. Oh, I need 1,000 people to listen to my message. Oh, I need more followers. That is not what we need to think. If you have one follower somewhere, if you know one person who is struggling with the challenge that you help people with, you know how to solve their problem. Let's go help them. The 6th mistake is thinking people will just find you. So if you set yourself up as a career coach, maybe you have a social media platform out there, you have a website, maybe not, you have a LinkedIn, you've put yourself out as a career coach, no one's just finding you, right? This is just such a common mistake. I know back in 2014, when my husband joined Classy Career Girl and he quit his day job and we did this together, one of his first things he did was he put up this page on our website and he listed all of our courses, which at the time we had like 10 courses. And he put up a page and they were all on this page and you could buy any of them. And he just sat back and he was like, let the sales come. He thought just by putting up that page, we were going to like all of a sudden get a ton of sales. And how many sales did we end up getting? None. Because no one's just going to magically find that page because we put it on our website. We have to go out there. We have to go find our people rather than just thinking they're just going to come to us. Now, the one caveat here is if you are doing Facebook ads and you do have a budget, we can do advertising and we can put ourselves automatically in front of people by paying for it. But if you don't have the budget for advertising, we have to actually go find those people. They're out there. They're on social media. We can go find them. They're at events. They're going to networking events. They're out there. They're in Facebook groups. We have to go find them and put ourselves in front of them. And so we always really need to be marketing. And so this is another common mistake is thinking if you get one client, then you stop marketing and then all of a sudden your leads dry up, right? And so even though you found one client, you have to still continuously be marketing and putting yourself in front of your ideal clients. No one's just going to magically find you. And that's why I wanted to make sure in our career coach certification program that not only are we helping certified coaches and they have the material that they need to help others so that they don't have to create any material themselves, but also we're teaching them how to grow their business and we're teaching them how to market and how to put themselves out in front of other people as well. The 7th mistake is not getting prepared before the client comes. So often we feel like we need to have the money coming in before we do all the things we need to do to get prepared. So I always like our coaches right in the beginning. One of the first things that we do is we help them set up their Calendly link. So ideal clients can actually book a time to speak with them on their calendar. And we help them set up their payment link so people can actually buy. Because this is what I've seen probably for all of our coaches is they want to start these career coaching businesses, but no one can actually book a call with them. So how are we supposed to start talking to people and doing these sales calls and the discovery calls that we talked about if there's not an actual way for people to book a time on your calendar? So it's almost like we have to prepare for that person to come, right? If we set up our Calendly and we have a call on our calendar where people can actually book that time, then people can actually sign up. And if we actually have a payment link or some way that people can pay on PayPal, well, the money is going to come. But if you have no way to accept payment, no one's going to be able to buy, right? So we have to get prepared, and we also have to get specialized as well. This is a big thing I teach, is that I believe just saying you're a career coach, that's very, very big and broad. And so I always teach our coaches we have to specialize. And that's why we actually have 4 specializations inside of our certification program as well. So we have a job searching specialization, business coaching specialization, productivity coaching specialization, and leadership coaching specialization. And so I always recommend, like, just those 4 different topics are so broad and big, right? And so I always want to see our coaches specialize either in our 4 specializations, or they can create their own as well. So it's not that big, broad career coach specialization. We got to get focused. And then the 8th mistake is not putting yourself out there, being seen and being visible. And so what I recommend doing here, as I teach that, to launch some sort of workshop or a webinar on a topic that you already know that's really easy, that can help others right now. So most of the time, our coaches come into our certification program, and they are already experts at certain things, even though they don't really believe in themselves, and they really don't think anyone wants to learn or from what they teach. Most of the time, they are brilliant in a certain area, and we can create a workshop around that topic, or we can create a webinar, like a 60, even like a 30-minute webinar on a topic that can help others. And that is a perfect launch point. Not only do you start to structure, your first digital product, not only do you start to put yourself out there, start to tell people you're a career coach, start to tell people that you are an expert in this topic because you have a workshop on it or you have a webinar on it. It's a perfect launch point to start talking about people's challenges, people's frustrations. It's a perfect launch point to start doing Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives and telling people what you have going on. It's a perfect opportunity for you to start structuring, your topic into like 4 different sections so that you can kind of walk your clients through. And then it's a perfect launch point to figure out marketing, to learn about messaging. Sometimes your messaging works. Like, we have had clients who they get a sale right when they put this workshop out because their clients have been like waiting for them to do this forever. And then we have clients who get no sales, and that's because they're still working through their messaging. They're still working on what is that challenge that people are really having, and they're still working on putting themselves out there and really working on that mindset that we talked about and helping one person every day so that they can really learn what is the marketing that helps meet people actually take action. Like, what do they actually really want? What are they going to actually pay for, right? Because so many people might follow you on social media, but we have to figure out what is that thing that actual people are going to actually pay for, put money down, even if it's like a $27, $37, $47. We have to figure out what that thing is that people really want so much that they're going to pay and they're going to show up to your workshop. And so that's why putting yourself out there, being seen and visible with a workshop or a webinar, whether it's paid or free, I don't care. I just want you to launch something, put something out there, put yourself out there to show that you're an expert in a certain area on a topic that you love talking about. Like, you could talk about it for an hour because you love the topic. That's how you're going to launch and put yourself out there. So by just sitting back and consuming content and seeing what other people are doing, maybe telling one person that you're a career coach, that's not that's the mistake, right? Like, I want you to launch something that you are an expert at and to put yourself out there to learn, to take action and learn about messaging and marketing and putting your payment link out there and creating a sales page and doing those things that are going to help you grow your business. Because once you've done that and you have this payment link, it's so much easier than to do payment, to start to accept payments for all kinds of other things as well, because you've already checked that box. You've already put yourself out there. The ninth mistake is not getting coaching yourself or doing self-coaching on yourself. So if you are a coach, what would you say to yourself right now? A lot of times it's so hard. We love to coach others, but we have to also coach ourselves. And I do this every single day. I actually have a journal. And so every single morning, part of my morning routine is to see when I read my affirmations and when I start to think positively, to see where those negative thoughts are creeping up. And they do every single morning. There's some negative thought, especially this always happens like right when you wake up. There's some negative thought that's always trying to hold you back from going for your goals and dreams. And so, like our clients, we have to coach ourselves. So what would you say to yourself, right? What are those? Journal out your frustrations, your challenges. Why don't you believe in yourself? Why don't you think you can make 6 figures as a career coach in the next year? Like, what is stopping you from 10K months? Write that down. We gotta learn to coach ourselves and believe in ourselves, and then we can start believing and coaching other people. And that is how you're going to become a great coach, when you're living in that area where you're coaching yourself too, and you're believing in yourself, and you're going to be so much more attractive to your clients. They're going to want to be in your area because you're unstoppable and you're focused and you're organized and you're so excited about life and goals and dreams and careers. They're going to want what you have. That's the energy we want to get into and to find, so that we can attract those clients and they're going to want to be in your world. And then also getting a coach yourself. Highly recommend this. There's many times where I've gotten a coach myself. Right now, I'm actually working on, for the 2023, health is a big focus and goal for me. So I actually hired a personal trainer. So that's what I mean, like on all areas of your life, I think it's so important to figure out, like, where are you challenged? Where, like, for getting to the gym and like my meals and like everything, like I knew I wasn't doing a good job coaching myself. Like I knew I needed outside help in order to help me. And that's why I hired a coach. And so I think it's so important for your career or business too. It's like figuring out where are you challenged? Where do you need outside help? Hiring that coach. I have definitely done that in the past for my business as well, and I highly recommend that. And then the 10th mistake here today is not batching your time as a coach. So I highly recommend taking out a Google Calendar or a blank calendar for your week and creating what your ideal work week is as a coach. And so that way we can kind of figure out, how many spots do you have available to do coaching? Do you have 4? Do you have 8? Do you have 10? Do you have 1? Figuring out, like, where is that time that you have for coaching? What days are you going to do your sales conversations? What days are you going to have time where you're just thinking about your business and you're focusing on doing revenue generating work? Maybe you're creating a sales page, maybe you're creating a new product. And what days are you going to have marketing day? What days are you going to go live on Instagram or Facebook? What days? For me, Monday mornings right now, you guys know Monday mornings are my marketing day. I am going to record this podcast and then I'm going to schedule my social media for the week on Monday mornings. And so if you're not structured with batching your time as a coach, you're going to overwhelm yourself and you're going to start to do work that isn't going to grow your business. And so I highly recommend having timers, having a very focused amount of time where you're working on certain things in your day and you're batching your time. As a coach, starting this from day one is going to make you so much more efficient and organized and less stressed. And what you want, like, you want to show up for your clients not stressed and focused on them, not you. So if you're showing up for a coaching call and you just got done writing something like a minute before for a launch that you're doing in an email that's going out tomorrow and you're stressed, that's not how we want to show up for our clients, right? Like, as career coaches, and I teach this to our coaches in our certification program, we have a whole like preparation that we want to go through so that we can really show up for our clients and we can be the best that we can be. And we can go through our coaching scripts and really give them what they need at that time. We want to be so focused on them and their problems and their challenges and getting them to the ultimate result. And so if we are stressed because we haven't batched our time well, that's going to show up and they're not going to get the result that they want. And our goal really is to create those case studies and those testimonials and really get them the results that they really want. So make sure you sign up for our waitlist because I'm going to be every Monday just giving you so much more great content just like this. So make sure you go to classycareergirl.com/certification. I want you guys to take action with what you learned today. I want you to move forward with your goals and your dreams of launching your career coaching business, whether you join my certification program or not. I hope that you take action with this. I hope you launch your business. I hope you go get that first client. I hope you make your 6 figures this year. I would love to support and help you. So just send me a note on Instagram if I can support you and help you in any way. And I will see you next week. Hey there. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Classy Career Girl podcast. If you want to dive in deeper with me, get more free training and advice to help you find a job or business you love that supports the life that you really want, I'd love to invite you to check out more of my free blog posts, more free videos, and to give you the opportunity to download my free 90-day planning workbook. The best place to get started is to go to www.classycareergirl.com/free stuff. And that will guide you to the best place to start. So I look forward to helping you and supporting you further in reaching your goals and dreams. I will see you soon.